I had a great childhood growing up. Small town, maybe 6,000 people. It's on the border of Virginia, West Virginia. It's Bluefield, Virginia. Very country, in the mountains. Just a fun atmosphere for a kid anyway. You know, just enjoy nature, enjoy outside, playing football, playing basketball. Football was where I wanted to be from the first time I played it.
Despite being smaller in stature, Ahmad has always played like a giant. He would excel at running back for Graham High School, recording 92 touchdowns while averaging nearly 10 yards per carry. He was named the Virginia High School Player of the Year as a senior.
You know, I just never gave up. I just kept going. So, you know, for me to get that full scholarship out of high school, you know, then I was just like, you know, this is what I want to do.
With his tough brand of running, Bradshaw went on to star at Marshall University in Huntington, West Virginia, where he rushed for over 1,500 yards and 19 touchdowns in 2006.
Ahmad Bradshaw fighting for the end zone. Touchdown, Hurd!
Boy, when he gets it, it's just magic for Marshall.
After his junior year at Marshall, Ahmad would decide to leave school and turn pro. And to his surprise, the Giants would select him in the 7th round of the 2007 NFL Draft.
I'm coming from the country, you know, in Virginia, and you know, to be coming to the big city like New York, you know, it was just a shock for me. It's like a dream come true, you know. And first day, it was very exciting. So I plan on coming in here and you know, making a name for myself and, you know, helping the Giants out as much as I can.
Bradshaw would join a veteran group of Giants running backs led by the largest of them all, Brandon Jacobs, who would take the young rookie under his wing.
You know, all the guys knew me when I got there. Brandon's like, no, I got you, you know, I'll take you in. You know, he protected me that way. And from then on, you know, I looked at him as a big brother.
Like most rookies, Ahmad had to earn his stripes as a special teams player, returning kicks. But as the season got underway, he would get a crash course on life in the NFL.
Bradshaw loses the football. So now the rookie Ahmad Bradshaw puts it on the ground.
Coughlin, you know, he's seen that, you know, I had potential, and you know, I had a couple fumbles, and he was like, just hold on to it, you know, come back to the sideline with it, you know, and that kind of made me and Coughlin a lot closer, just because, you know, he called me to the office, and you know, he's like, we gotta, you know, do this, we gotta do that, you know, just certain things, small things too, you know, that just made me gain more and more respect for Coach Coughlin.
After losing their first 2 games of the season, Ahmad and the Giants reeled off their next 6 games, but they'd still need a win at Buffalo in Week 16 to ensure a playoff berth.
I went out that game with a cutoff, you know, shirt, and it was crazy because, you know, at the beginning of the game, you know, it just started to get a little cooler.
With inclement weather looming, the Bills stormed out to a 14-0 lead behind 2 Trent Edwards touchdown passes.
It's like the Bills cued the rain and wind.
I guess that's when the rain started, then the sleet, then the snow. You know, it was just a memorable game.
But as the conditions got worse, the Giants would fight back, led by their strong rushing attack.
Touchdown, Brandon Jacobs! The longest run of his career.
A Marshawn Lynch touchdown would put Buffalo back in the lead, and Big Blue still trailed the Bills in the 4th quarter. But a young Ahmad Bradshaw would have the final word.
You know, we came through the huddle, and I even told all the boys, I said, I'm scoring this if y'all block it right.
He comes in, you block this one up, I'm taking it to the house. You talk about the confidence of a young player coming into a game in a moment like that, wanting the football.
They called a power play, and, you know, my favorite play is a power. I just remember just go, you know, just telling myself to just go.
Handoff Bradshaw up the middle, finds a crease, up to the 20, 25-30, it's a foot race.
When he broke through that line, and you saw this little guy coming out bow-legged, and he had a head full of steam. Missing part of his NY emblem on his helmet. And it's like he's running 100 miles per hour, everybody else is in slow motion.
Bradshaw to the 40, to midfield, no one's gonna get the rookie out of Marshall.
That was probably one of the coolest run plays, seeing him just pulling away from everybody as he ran up the sideline.
20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Ahmad Bradshaw, 88 yards for the rookie.
We're going to the playoffs. That's it, that's the game clincher right there, we're good.
And that's when I literally looked and said, the boy is now a man.
You know, and that was kind of the legend of Bradshaw was born.
And the rookie may have run the Giants into the postseason.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
10 wins in here, that's a great job, man. Terrific job.
As the 2007 playoffs got underway in Tampa Bay, Ahmad Bradshaw and the Road Warrior Giants were trending into peak form.
Winning on the road all season gave us all that confidence in the world that we were just feeling at the time. Guys started coming off of injuries, we just started knitting together. That's just how we went in for the battle.
Bradshaw hits the hole hard. He's not a big guy, Bradshaw. 5'9", 198.
He was as tough as nails. We were playing down in Tampa Bay, and he runs over Derrick Brooks. And I just run over to Derrick Brooks, and I pick Ahmad up, and I'm like, D. Brooks, you know that's a rookie, right? And he's like, yeah, he got me. I said, yes, he did.
Ahmad Bradshaw, when they've put him in, you can see how hard he's running. You called it, Joe. Not a real big guy, but I tell you, he is running very, very physical right now. And I think he's created a little bit of a spark for this Giants offense.
Manning back to throw, looks right, throws it for Jacobs, makes the catch at the 5, into the end zone for the touchdown. That'll do it. The New York Giants have come to Tampa and defeated the Buccaneers.
Next up was the divisional playoff game in Dallas, where Ahmad would have to face the team he grew up cheering for.
I grew up as a huge Cowboys fan, but when I became a Giant, I learned how to hate them.
Hedgecock in motion. Give for Bradshaw. He's going to run right, get the block from Hedgecock to the 5, to the 3, to the 2, and knocked down just inside the 1. Man, is he fast.
He is shot out of a cannon, Bob. When he gets the ball, he's going full speed, 0 to 60 in no time flat.
We had them intimidated in their own house, 13-3, the big-time Dallas Cowboys, and we had them right where we wanted them.
Jacobs now in at tailback. Manning, handoff Jacobs. He runs right, flouts to the goal line. Touchdown, Giants. And the Giants, they have earned a trip to the NFC Championship game in Green Bay.
Welcome to Lambeau Field in Green Bay for the NFC Championship game. Second coldest game ever at Lambeau Field, -1 degree with a wind chill of -23.
Cold usually doesn't bother me at all, but when I went out there, man, it was just a whole nother level. I mean, it was freezing. My cousin was in the stands. He was telling me he put down his beer for maybe 5 seconds, man. It was frozen, That's how cold it was.
On the Giants' first offensive play of the night, Ahmad's big brother teammate would set the tone for the game.
1st and 10 from the Giants 18.
As Brandon Jacobs runs into Charles Woodson.
When he hit him, I felt bad, I always was a Woodson fan, but when Bree Jacob hits anybody, it's like a man against a boy, It's just unfair.
Brandon Jacobs ran the defender over.
Charles Woodson, I don't know how many more times he's going to want to have to try to do that. I mean, you're talking about a 265-pounder running downhill.
It was just crazy how we fed off, just one play and started the game, lit the fire, and, we ran with it.
With the 1-2 combo punch of Jacobs and Bradshaw, the Giants continued to punish the Packers on the ground, and in the third quarter, Ahmad would put his imprint on the game.
Handoff right for Bradshaw. It bounces off a tackle, accelerates at the 40, down to the 35-yard line. Gives the Giants a little more zip in the run game than Jacobs.
Get him off the field. Let's go.
It is a style change. The guy has tremendous quickness. He's very low to the ground. He's a low center of gravity. There's a lot of steel wound into that guy. He thinks he's 250 pounds, and that's the way he runs.
Bradshaw coming in the second half, it was really, a jolt of energy for us offensively.
2nd and 2 at the 4. Manning handoff for Bradshaw. Cuts up the middle to the goal line. No signal yet. Touchdown Giants. Ahmad Bradshaw, like he was shot out of a cannon, blasts his way into the end zone, and the Giants answer the Packers touchdown with a touchdown drive of their own, 57 yards. Bradshaw on the 4-yard touchdown run, and the Giants regain the lead here in the third with 2:12 to go.
The game would go to overtime, where Corey Webster intercepted Brett Favre. And Ahmad watched from the sideline as Lawrence Tynes looked to redeem himself after having missed 2 field goals in the fourth quarter.
Third one's always a turn for me. I always feel that way. If you miss the first 2, you got to hit the third one. So I feel like I knew he was going to make it.
All right, here goes Tynes again from 47 yards to kick the Giants to the Super Bowl. Snap is good. Kick on its way. End over end. Does it have the distance? It is good! Lawrence Tynes has kicked the Giants to the Super Bowl. And the New York Giants are going to Super Bowl 42 in overtime. They beat the Packers 23-20.
We were unbeatable at the time, man. We were unstoppable. We were at the top of the world. We were going to the ship.
February the 3rd, 2008. At stake, the Vince Lombardi Trophy. The New York Football Giants and the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 42.
You know, going into Arizona, I mean, we're on an all-time high at that time where, you know, nobody can beat us. We don't care who was sitting at the end waiting.
Third down and inches. Delayed handoff to Bradshaw. First down.
Carrying Patriots inside the 30, and the kid Bradshaw showing feistiness before he's dragged down by Adalius Thomas on a power run.
It's starting to feel like smash mouth football from this offense, Bob. Little run, but we're going to continue to punch you in the mouth. That is Giants football there, guys.
How about this rookie?
I mean, for a little guy, you can see the explosion that he is. I mean, he's got unbelievable power, great quickness, tremendous elusiveness within the pocket.
Ahmad's tenacious running would once again spark the Giants' offense, helping them take an early lead in the ballgame. But his most important moment in the Super Bowl may be a play that is hardly ever mentioned in the box score.
Draw play, Bradshaw fumbles the football, recovered by the Patriots at the 30-yard line.
Ahmad Bradshaw goes down with a ball on the ground fumble that's clearly recovered by New England.
Bradshaw fumbled it. No signal yet, but I think the Patriots have it.
I remember him having almost full control of it and me getting my arm and my hand in there on it. And it was like my life was up under there and I had to go get it. And, you know, I went down in there and somehow it ended up in my hands at the bottom of that pile.
Ahmad, being the little bulldog that he is, just kind of, you know, wrestled himself in there and stole it away.
We always talked about if you're in a back alley getting a street fight, who do you want with you? And he's the guy. You know, he's the guy that would go in there and get that ball back for us.
That ball is not only theirs, but it's field position too. And he's got the ball. That's as big a play in a game of that significance.
Well, it's giant ball. The Giants recovered it.
Bradshaw and the Giants still trailed the Patriots by 4 points late in the fourth quarter, but their never-say-die attitude would be on full display.
Manning takes the snap. Back to throw. Under pressure. Avoids the rush, and he's going to fight out of it.
When I seen Eli come up out of there, I was just like, oh my, how did he get up out of there, you know?
Still fights out of it, now throws it deep downfield. Tyree, who makes the catch at the 23-yard line. What a play by Manning. He eluded 3 sacks.
You know, when David Tyree came down with it, it was just like, you know, it was so much relief and joy. Everything happens for a reason. I always believed that.
Manning calling signals, takes the snap, looks left, lobs it left, first is wide open, touchdown Giants in the left corner of the end zone. And that is it. The New York Giants have knocked off the New England Patriots, and the Giants, with the most improbable win in recent memory, have won Super Bowl 42.
Winning and playing in the Super Bowl was, you know, a dream that I've had since 4 or 5 years old. To have all those come in one season and just to know that I won it my first year and how we won it and how I was a part of it, it was very surreal for me, still is.
Following the Giants' win in Super Bowl 42, Ahmad Bradshaw looked to build off an unforgettable rookie season. He'd team up with Brandon Jacobs and Derek Ward to form Earth, Wind, and Fire, the league's most dominant rushing attack in 2008.
Bradshaw's got a first down and more to the 20, to the 15, breaks left to the outside, 10, 5, touchdown Ahmad Bradshaw!
Earth, Wind, and Fire, we had to run with it. We wanted to perform and be that every chance we got when we got on the field together.
Out of a tackle to the 25, up to the 30, there goes Bradshaw, across midfield, will anybody catch him?
Small in stature, you know, bulldog, you know, whatever you want to call him, but he was tough, and he still is tough. He knew he would have your back, and he would give you everything he's got.
Fights off a tackle, runs out of a shoot tackle to the 30, spins right to the 25, cuts right again to the 20, to the 15, to the 10.
In 2010, Bradshaw would become the Giants' lead workhorse, recording a career-high 1,500 all-purpose yards.
And he's gone. 35-30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Ahmad Bradshaw.
Ahmad's grit would be on full display in 2011 as he fought through injuries all season long en route to scoring a career-high 11 touchdowns and leading the Giants on another historic run, starting with a Christmas Eve game against the Jets.
Cut back lane to the left, Bradshaw inside the 10, to the goal line, touchdown Giants! He ran through 3 Jets.
I remember Ahmad running somebody over towards the goal line. Just another great win that kind of got us moving in that direction of playoff mode.
But in order to make the postseason, the Giants would first have to face the Cowboys in a showdown for the division title.
Hits Bradshaw at the 5, Bradshaw to the goal line, touchdown Giants. And that's your ball game. The New York Giants are the NFC East champions and will host the Atlanta Falcons next Sunday.
The Falcons would have no answer for Bradshaw and the Giants in the wild card game, and the Packers fared no better the following week in Green Bay. In the NFC Championship game against the Niners, Ahmad watched from the sideline once again as the game was decided on the final play.
Kick on its way, it's got the distance, and it is good! And Lawrence Tynes has done it again. He's kicked the Giants to the second Super Bowl in 4 years.
Congratulations, Giants. We're going to the big one again. Let's go get another one, baby.
From Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's the New York Football Giants and the New England Patriots, Super Bowl 46.
We never had no doubt going into that game that we were going, they were going to beat us. We just wanted to go pound them. That was what we came in thinking. We were going to pound them, running the ball, and make them stop us running. That was just the motivation we had.
On 2nd and 2. Bradshaw swinging to the outside, and what a difference he makes for the Giants when he is healthy. Despite surgery on both feet, both ankles in his career, his practice time is very limited. Gain of 24 for Ahmad Bradshaw.
And right now, the Giants looking like the more physical team up front.
With just over a minute to go in the game, the Giants trailed the Patriots by 2 points, but they had the ball at New England's 6-yard line. In an effort to leave Tom Brady and the Pats offense as little time as possible, the thought was to delay scoring.
We didn't mention it in the huddle, and they called a run play. And Eli's handing me the ball. As he's handing me the ball, he's saying, "Don't score, don't score." By the time it really clicked, I was, almost at the end zone.
Hand off Bradshaw, he runs up the middle, and he falls into the end zone for the touchdown. He thought about stopping, but he went in for the touchdown.
Why not take the lead? You got 57 seconds to go. You got to trust your defense.
I was just playing football. I've never been told not to score, so it was different, but it's a play that I'll never forget.
Bradshaw's go-ahead touchdown gave the Giants a 4-point lead, but Tom Brady and the Patriots still had one final chance to win the game.
Brady heaves one down the middle of the field into the end zone, a jump ball, and it's incomplete, and the ball game's over, and the Giants have won Super Bowl 46.
Still will, the heart of a champion.
Winning Super Bowl was the first time was something I never imagined. And, to win this 2 times, it was just something I couldn't even explain. I'm just blessed to be a part of both Super Bowl teams and to have the teammates that I had.
Bradshaw would have one more 1,000-yard rushing season in New York before saying goodbye to Big Blue at the end of 2012. And even though he played the last 3 years of his career with the Indianapolis Colts, he will always be remembered as one of the toughest, legendary Giants of all time.
Once a Giant, always a Giant means to me that I will always have a family to come back to, great fans, an organization that backs me up.
New York! New York! New York! New York! New York Giants on 3! 1, 2, 3! New York Giants!
Hey Giants fans, Jabril Peppers here. Want to be the first to see Giants videos? Subscribe now.